It's dark. We're up before the sun. We are up before the sun and we are going to the gym. It is about 6:30. Make our bodies hurt really bad before we go to school so we can make our brains hurt really bad. So that part of my day is over. I often make the joke that the best part about being an every other dayer at the gym is that it ain't gym day tomorrow. But now we get to go upstairs, shower, grab an energy drink, grab my backpack, and you get to take part in one of the most iconic experiences of being a person from Los Angeles, and that is sitting in traffic on the 405. I do think it's kind of funny to be getting a calculus-based physics degree from a university with beach in its name. I think it's actually pretty appropriate for me. I still take a couple exits farther away on the freeway to get to campus on top of my commute. And the reason why is because I like to see the pyramid when I roll up to school. I can see it right now. I'm not gonna mess with my camera while I'm driving, but yeah, it's definitely like, I don't know why we have a pyramid. It has nothing to do with our mascot or anything else, but it's a pretty cool landmark and it does make me feel very proud of myself for everything I've done and how hard I've worked. I am one of the only women in my department. Sometimes I'm the only woman in my classes. And that is part of the reason I don't wear cosmetics to school. All right, we're here. What are you? The engineering department. I guess this is where you would be if you were here. I'm always jealous of the engineers because they get their own engineering building. Get a whole building dedicated to their major. Amazing. But my math and my physics classes are kind of all in like really random locations. There's just too few of us. But yeah, the engineers, they actually get multiple buildings. These are all engineering buildings. But everybody wants to be an engineer, you know? You guys have so much competition. And guess who wants to be physicists? Nobody. And I think it's kind of interesting because we take a lot of the same classes. And you guys don't have to take quantum. You have no idea how jealous I am of that. Guess where we're going now? Let's see, it's 10:38. We have about 20 minutes to get to Dr. Ojeda's Quantum 2 for physicists. And I think we might be getting that exam back that I was telling you about that we took last week. And I'm not looking forward to that. Can I take a short little video of us?
Yeah.
This is my friend Kate. She's amazing. And we're in Women in Physics together, and we represent how small our little department really is.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Are you doing a takeover this week?
Sure.
Are you?
If you want me to.
What was this for?
For funsies.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so, physics degrees, 80% of them are earned by men. We're gonna be in that 20%. Yep.
Yes.
What are you? Why do we have you? What is your purpose? This is giant pyramid. All right, we are at the Hall of Science. This is where physics lives, along with a few other of the sciences. They call us the Department of Physics and Astronomy, but as I've told you before, that's a load of malarkey. I have not learned anything about stars. I've learned a lot about electricity and magnetism. I have learned a lot about quantum, a lot about thermo, a lot about mechanics, a lot about a few different programming languages like C. I mean, that's a totally useful language, right? I can program an ATM. Oh my gosh, I can see that you just messaged me. Oh my god, and my heart, it always gets... Anyway, our common room is on the 2nd floor, and I'm kind of excited to show you because that's like where we all hang out, and there's just a whirlwind of emotions that happen in that room. So let's go see who's in there. Check it out. Okay, this is SPS. This is our common room that we all hang out in. SPS is actually a national thing. It's the Society of Physics Students, and there's a chapter here at our school at Cal State Long Beach. There's a fridge, there's a bunch of whiteboards and expo markers and textbooks for people to use. There's someone in here at any given time during the day, which is awesome, especially if you need help with something. Everybody say hi!
Hi. Hello. Hi. Hi.
Hey.
Hello.
I'm at my materials science lab for the physics degree. We have a requirement that is an upper division lab elective, and I'm the only one of my cohort that picked materials science. When I told everybody about it, everybody looked at me very confused and was like, Victoria, that's supposedly like the hardest one, and I was really scared. But I'm really glad that I took it now because we get to work with like the coolest equipment. And look, even the room itself is cool. There's protocol for how to open and close this door and how to lock and unlock it, because if somebody comes to this room without realizing what it is and what's inside of it, they could get shot with this giant laser and it can blind them. Isn't that crazy? We're getting trained on the coolest equipment ever in the whole world. Anyway, so I'm being trained to be a supervillain. So I wanted to tell you about what I did last week, which was score the wafer very, very lightly with this diamond encrusted tool, and very gently on either side, just push it down, and there should be a nice clean break.
One of the silicone wafers I made last week,
It's very hard to say where you are.
we've treated it with phosphoric acid.
That is so pretty. It's like an abalone shell. Do you think it's a portal for aliens? Do you think one day it's just gonna like shoot off into the sky? So I'm in the library and they have these pillars. Every week there's a different theme, and people are encouraged to write on them. As you can see, since it's the end of the week, these are pretty full. And this one is asking, what do you wish the library had? I always try to think of something clever to put, and I'm sure, knowing me as long as you have at this point, you could probably guess what I would have written. And we are back in my Honda. And taking into account that we went to the gym this morning, and then we walked around a giant campus all day, we burned 1,000 calories today. It is 8:08, which is funny because 808 is the area code for Honolulu. And Honolulu is where I was hoping to go to a PhD program. I don't want to do this another 7 years. I can't. I'm gonna drive an hour to Santa Monica, okay? Let's do it. I'll listen to Nothing Else Matters.